Wow guys, this is an awesome moment for my channel. Very special moment. Just look at how tiny it is. Wow.
There's someone camping there.
Nice place to moth trap. Hello everyone, this is Bart Coppens. Today I am on a mountaintop in southeastern Brazil. It's called the Pico da Caledônia. And I'm going to check if there's any cool animals or insects around. The answer to that question is going to be probably a few of them, but not very much. Why? Because right now it's the equivalent of spring in Brazil. I came very early, so I expect to see some cool birds, some cool butterflies, some cool insects. But I don't expect to see overwhelming amounts, because most species aren't out yet. So this is basically the beginning of the insect and other wildlife season in Brazil. The current month is November, and the month that the butterflies and such start coming out in big numbers is usually late December, around Christmas, to January. So I'm more than a month too early to see too many species. The butterflies are going to be scarce, but that's a good thing, because the ones that we are going to see are going to be unique. Because most people come here to see butterflies during the peak butterfly season, but I'm off season, and while that means there's less butterflies, it also means that the ones we encounter are ones that are more rarely encountered by other people, because not many people come and have a look here off season. So let's get started and see what we find. Early in the morning is a very good moment to film butterflies. That's because many species are still warming up their wings and their body. Since they are cold-blooded animals, they can't really fly much unless the environment warms them up. In the morning, the first thing that many species do is sit perfectly still in a sunny place. And they need to warm up in order to start their day, and that makes for some nice close-up shots of butterflies. In the afternoon, they are often way too active and fly away more easily. Before too. Really beautiful. Bumblebees can fly when it's really cold.
Yeah, because it was opening the wing very well, the other one. To get both surfaces, there's no doubt as to which species it is.
Ah, that's some good sound.
Anything else arrive? This is a hot spot. You can get all sorts of things arriving just in this few yards, few square yards.
Like this, but it's only the whitish undersides, not the other.
First colourful one, yeah? That's one of the first colourful...
You know something about this croton with reddish leaves, old leaves, is the food plant of the orange Rothschildia. It only feeds on croton.
Ah, there's
I
a...
don't know if it is Rothschildia speris or that Rothschildia only feeds in the, I don't know how it shows up down there because there's no croton down there. Unless there is a similar plant.
Yeah, they think
Which is not genus croton, but the fruits are...
know this one, it's not new to me. It's typical of the altitude. Did you get a picture, Andy?
What was it?
It's a fire away.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
a good picture.
The trouble is, you know what hair streaks are like, I'm surprised.
Where is it? What color was it?
Grey, white, with orange markings on the tawny.
Okay. I'll look out for it if I see it.
Yeah. I'm going to try and throw something in. I think the only chance is if we disturb it and it comes back. So don't move, guys. I think it went in there.
Yeah.
Which way did it go?
Down.
Okay, did you see it? It actually went with it.
Either went down or is
This is a vertical drop here.
Yeah.
Oh, so what was that? Your side of the track has definitely got more side. This is where they're going to be.
Guys, I just spotted some really beautiful birds ahead. Hope I can make a close-up of them. They're so colorful. The birds in Brazil are really beautiful. Check out these brassy-breasted tanagers. This is a scarce endemic species restricted to southeast Brazil, Mesosemia friburgensis. It is only found in a small area in the state of Rio de Janeiro. This is truly something special because nowhere else but in this exact area can you see this butterfly. So enjoy this endemic rarity. I don't think any other YouTubers are going to film it anytime soon. Remember the name, Mesosemia friburgensis. Chrysomelid beetles absolutely dominate this area. If you like them, you're going to love this video.
Yeah, cloud formation on the hinterland plateau. Even if the forest is produce a lot, I don't know why. Not more than on the coast, which is my forest.
Mountains are rocky and the rocks become warm in the sun, and this accommodates a wide range of reptiles. Surprisingly, reptiles have been rare here in the rainforest. I've been here for a long time, but I very rarely see any snakes or lizards for some reason. But here on the rocks I just spotted something. Once again, time for the close-up. This is called an Amazon lava lizard. It is native to South America, where it can be found in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, French Guiana, Guyana and Suriname. It is Tropidurus torquatus, and this species is omnivorous, eating invertebrates and plant material. It loves to eat ants in particular, but also fruits and flowers. And on the bushes here behind me on high altitude, I find a nice variety of skippers. Yes, they are small and brown butterflies, so they are less popular, because people like colorful stuff. But if you're into biology, you'll find it cool to see some of these anyway. Let me show you.
Might be new to me.
Skipper butterflies are a very primitive group of butterflies. They are often small and are often less colorful than other butterfly species. They tend to be brown, grey or yellow. And they often have quick darting flight patterns. Skippers also have generally stockier bodies and larger compound eyes than other butterflies. They also often have small wings in proportion to their body compared to other butterflies. Of course, this is all a generalization, there are exceptions to every rule. But please enjoy some close-ups of different skipper butterflies I've seen today. There seem to be many skipper butterflies here on this mountain. It doesn't look like a woodpecker.
It's a wood creeper.
Yeah.
Not a wood creeper, it's a... Yeah, wood creeper.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hit the jackpot, but it's not a butterfly or moth. Here in this bush, I just spotted a really rare stag beetle. I'm not joking. Let me show you what I just found.
You went too far away.
I have it now, a nice close-up. This is a very rare beetle, and I am probably the first person to film it. This species is restricted to a small area in southeast Brazil, and its name is Lepinopterus v-nigrum. What a beautiful animal this is. This was definitely one of the highlights of this little excursion today. A super rare tiny stag beetle.
If it's the same species and it looks like it, then the
Very nice
is
find.
twice the size or 3 times the size.
I'm going to send you the contact and you can identify it.
Have you got all pictures?
Okay.
Yeah?
Already.
I write to him reasonably frequently. In fact, I was going to send him a picture of something else recent. I was going to send him a picture of another beetle from Manny's house last week, and I never got round to it.
Here it is, guys. This is a very rare and very small species of stag beetle from the mountaintops in southeastern Brazil. It is absolutely spectacular and it's so tiny. So what's interesting, most of the species here are small. This is a male, as you can see by the antlers, but what we call antlers are really its mandibles. Look at those huge mandibles. Let me show you a close-up of this very small one. As you can see, this stag beetle is very, very tiny, very small. And the unique thing about stag beetles in Brazil, in southeastern Brazil, is pretty much all the stag beetles are very small, high altitude species. Most of them are very rare and hard to find. So that makes it a blessing that I was able to find this creature. Wow, guys, this is an awesome moment for my channel. Very special. Very special moment. Just look at how tiny it is. Wow. Alright guys, so this bush here is very special. Why is it special? Well, there is a local species of hair streak that's totally green like an emerald, and they only lay eggs on this bush. Let me see if we can spot one of those hair streaks. Ladies and gentlemen,
Remember pointing this out, the food plant out. Now, if you watch it lay eggs, you could take some eggs.
Yeah. Let me film it first. This is a scarce endemic species in southeast Brazil, Argentina and Paraguay. A beautiful high-altitude mountaintop species that lays eggs on members of the Fabaceae or clover family. This is a female laying eggs of one of the food plants that I haven't identified yet. The caterpillars feed on flower buds.
This plant should be easy to grow. It's a legume.
Where is it?
I must have got the wrong branch. I cannot see the egg at all.
Hi George. Here's the green hair streak. Don't scare it away yet. Do you see it there on the... Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a female laying eggs. Maybe I'll take some of the eggs so we can do a breeding video. Or not. Sometimes you have to leave animals alone in nature. Maybe in another video, but not today. But now you know the host plant and the butterfly. And the wings are closed. The wings are closed. This butterfly is special. It is one of the many sister butterflies. They're called sisters because there is an awful amount of species of them, and most of them look similar. This one, in my opinion, is the species Adelpha sima, or the sima sister. It is found in Paraguay, Argentina and Brazil, and the caterpillars feed on species of bramble and raspberry. Yes, they are different species than you would find in Europe, however, but in Brazil there are plants from the genus Rubus on high altitude. What a beautiful butterfly with a cool color pattern. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the trail, as you can see, in this puddle of mud we see a lot of males of a tiny local species of butterfly, mud puddling, and as you can see they aren't particularly shy. That's fantastic, isn't it? Very beautiful. This tiny butterfly is a species of TEGOSA, and they are a very common species in Brazil. Today all the males are drinking mineral-rich water on the trails, it seems. This behavior is called mud puddling. Let's quietly enjoy some of the footage. I love it. I like it when there's so many. Wow, this is so nice.
But last opening, beautiful.
I like this.
You like this?
This, yeah, it's very nice.
Even Southeast Brazil, I was told many Portugal that you see like this. Sometimes we have the other species, Paranaitas, Paletuga, mixed with this. So, it's so fresh.
Wow guys, there's more butterflies than I thought. When I started this video I was a little bit pessimistic about how it's spring and how there's not many butterflies yet. I didn't see any swallowtails actually. I saw almost zero periods, so the season is too early for those. I did see a few early nymphalids. I did see one rare Rhodinidae metal mark. The mud puddling was quite cool. Now it's clear that many forest species are still missing and we are too early in the season. But I'm not disappointed. Like, we got an awesome stag beetle, we got some lizards. We got nice variety in nature today. That makes me happy. Let's keep going. Driving your car in the mountains is dangerous anywhere, but it's dangerous in Brazil. Maybe a little bit more than in other places. As you can see, somebody here behind me has had a bad day. And it looks like this car went downhill and crashed here. Oopsie doopsie. I do hope that the people who drove this car survived. I think so. The car doors are open, so I think they were able to get out safely. But it looks like the wreckage has burned out completely. Ooh, that's a bit morbid. Hey, Brazil! I love your country, dude. It's the country with the most fascinating nature ever, and some of the most hospitable people ever, despite some of their hardships. But I need to give you some criticism. One of the things I don't like about Brazil is how people drive. I have seen many accidents on the road, and people driving crazy fast or even drunk driving. Now, I don't want to be the kind of gringo who gives negative feedback on everything or tells you how to run the country. I don't. I am a humble visitor. But it hurts to see so many traffic accidents. I think Brazilians would be happier too with safer roads. Please, people from Brazil, remember to drive safely. It doesn't make you cool or badass to drive dangerously. I have seen more traffic accidents here in Brazil in 5 months than I ever have in Europe in all my life. I'm not saying this because I want to criticize Brazil, but because I care. You deserve to have road safety. Today is a good day for beetles, it seems. This is one of the many chrysomelid beetles. This one is endemic to southeast Brazil. Its name is OMOPHOITA SESQUILUNATA. Now if you're a beetle lover, get ready, because this video is going to contain some unusual species. Flowers is not something I talk about very often on my channel, but these are worth talking about because I just happened to stumble across wild orchids. So just to show you the situation, these small purple flowers are orchids, and as you can see, they're not really growing anywhere here. So for some reason, like this spot, it's full of them, so it's worth examining them, because how often do you see wild orchids, right? Hey look, it's a species of Epidendrum orchid, Epidendrum denticulatum, and it grows in tropical dry forests of the Cerro do Mar in Brazil, extending from the coastal states of Rio Grande do Sul to Pernambuco. I hope my identification is correct, because there are some other similar orchids. I could be wrong. But my information suggests this species is pollinated by butterflies. Hey, how cool! I have no idea what this species is, but it's very big for a tiger moth caterpillar. Yes, the morphology suggests it is an Arctinae. Perhaps I should rear it in captivity into a moth.
This is a flower. Ah, there I'm saying this is a flower that can be attractive. It's got a hair.
In that bush over there I see a lot of butterflies. They're on the edge, I think. They're on the edge, I see a lot of butterflies. And here I caught a glimpse of a very big and uncommon species of hairstreak, Lautus fidela.
My new hair streak. I know they're here. Still keep going down here.
Okay. Yeah. My video was interrupted because we heard a really loud noise. And it turns out a drunk driver has just driven off a cliff.
Brincadeira.
É.
Sorte.
Poxa.
Tem lugares onde realmente é vertical aqui,
Pois
não?
é. Bateu na...
Você só sabe depois da...
Sim,
entra na vegetação para ver a profundidade.
é verdade. Se continuar, se não for...
Don't worry, the drivers survived the incident and were transported to the hospital. Otherwise I would not film such a thing. Now what did I say about driving in Brazil again? Sadly this kind of stuff is common. I wish there was better road safety. I don't like to see so many accidents. Now earlier in this video I said skipper butterflies tend to be less colorful. And some people tell me skipper butterflies are boring. I disagree, some species are spectacular. Here is one of the amazing species. It is Astraptus fulgerator, the two-barred flasher, and is a species of spread-winged skipper butterfly in the family Hesperiidae that may constitute a possible cryptic species complex. It ranges all over the Americas, from the southern United States to northern Argentina. Now we will leave the lumping and splitting to taxonomists of planet Earth, but one thing is for sure. This is one of the biggest and most colorful species of skipper butterfly I had the pleasure of seeing. Their blue is just as intense as some species of morpho butterflies. Hello everyone, this is Bart Coppens, the butterfly whisperer. Here we see a wild butterfly. It's a Marpacia zerinthia, I believe, and if we're really careful with this creature, I think it will allow us to pick it up for further examination if we're really kind to it. There you go, and it's absolutely beautiful. Is that not fantastic? What a beautiful animal. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bart Coppens, the butterfly whisperer, with a wild butterfly on his hand. It's one of the Marpacia species we have here in where I'm currently. I'm in southeastern Brazil, and as you can see, it's totally relaxed with my presence, so it's a bit of a lucky moment. Now, what's really cool about this butterfly is the underside. Hey dude, do you want to show me the underside a little bit, yeah? Come on. Well, the underside of its wings is actually beautifully silverish. And I'm kind of hoping it's going to show that. Can you show that to us? Ah, there you go. Did you see the silverish underside with the red line? It really is quite remarkable. I'm surprised it's not trying to fly away yet. So this butterfly is... Don't worry, the drivers survived the incident and were transported to the hospital. Otherwise, I would not film such a thing. Now, what did I say about driving in Brazil again? Sadly, this kind of stuff is common. I wish there was better road safety. I don't like to see so many accidents. Hope you enjoyed the video, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was me talking to the camera. This is the end, folks. Hope you enjoyed the clip of the 2000 meter altitude mountaintops of the peaks of Caledonia in southeastern Brazil. And if you subscribe, I have many more videos coming of the tropical rainforest and its cool animals. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.